Hey guys, what's going on? This is your girl Mad Skills, and this is a small snippet of an episode of the Spark Something podcast. This right here is going to be a new segment that I would like to actually add into it, and it is called Spotlight Saturday. Hence the name. I'll only be dropping it on Saturday because I want you guys to get some encouragement over the weekend. So I'm hoping that this goes over well. You guys can always leave comments and let me know what you think about it. So today on the Spotlight Saturday, just to give you guys a little encouragement, I'm going to be giving encouraging pieces, encouraging words, also promoting friends and people that I know that are doing the doggone thing. I want to make sure I shed light, whether they're entrepreneurs or they're just being amazing. I feel like we have to learn to encourage people. We have to learn to encourage each other. And by doing that, I definitely want to do that on the Spark Something podcast. I want to do that every single Saturday that I drop a segment just to shed light. And that's pretty much what I'm here for. So today, I want to give you guys some light. I want to shed some light, and hopefully this will inspire you guys. This is not written by me, but I'm sure once I start reading it, and even when I go into the title of the piece, that you guys will know what I'm talking about. So this is one of my very favorite pieces. To be honest, I didn't even know that it was this long because I never actually went and looked it up. I've always just heard maybe the first stanza or two. So you guys probably know the first stanza or two. But this poem is entitled Our Deepest Fear. Let's go into detail, and I just want to read it for you guys, and I'm hoping that it will help you to see how great you are, how amazing you are, how beautiful and how smart and how handsome you are. And it will encourage you guys to literally step out and go do the doggone thing. Why? Because it's your doggone thing to do. Let's go. So it says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that others will feel insecure, so that others won't feel insecure around you. We are meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. As we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our fears, our presence automatically liberates others. So I wanted to expound on that, and I want to say, go against the grain and literally go head on and do the thing that you are so afraid of doing. Do the thing that God is calling you to do. I'm not going to front. I'm not going to lie to you and say that every time I flip on this microphone that I am just inspired. I literally sit in my closet. I'm recording this in my closet. My closet's not that big. For anybody who has been to my apartment complex, you know that my closet isn't that big. But I'm literally recording this in my closet, and I sit in my closet for hours until God literally drops something in my spirit. That's how I write. I literally will sit with a pen and a pad in my hand for hours until I am inspired by God, until He begins to literally breathe something inside of me to put on paper. So I know that this is from Him to His people. So I know that this is from Him to pour back into myself. But I want you guys to literally allow your light to shine. And please, please, please do not dim your light so that other people feel comfortable around you. Like, that's not what we're here to do. God has given each and every one of us a purpose, a goal, and something to do. do that doggone thing that God has given you to do. That one thing that keeps you up at night, that one thing that causes you to daydream about it, that one thing that you just can't stop thinking about. If it's literally something that you know for a fact that God has told you to step into and he is calling you to do it, it is not going to be 100% easy. I don't know why people believe that because God has given us something to do that everything is just going to be easy. No, there's going to still be bumps and lumps in the road, and there's still going to be things that we are going to have to overcome, things that we are going to have to literally walk into. And if we don't ever move, we cannot be upset that things do not happen for us. That the things that God told us was ours, that we don't get it because we never moved. Like, we literally have to not be afraid to be who God is calling us to be. Don't be afraid to allow your light to shine. Don't be afraid to literally sit up straight with your head held high, and know that you are chosen by God. Know that God literally chose you to do that doggone thing that you're supposed to do. And this thing that I'm doing right here, God is literally giving me the gift to gab. So I have to use my gift in order to inspire and to encourage someone else to do that thing that God is calling them to do. Because what God is giving you to do, someone else is waiting for. I remember talking to one of my friends and I told him, I said, there are literally nations waiting for what God has given us to do. And if we don't do it, then who? If we don't do what God is calling us to do, there are people literally waiting for what we have. So we have to step into the person that God is calling us to be in order to bring out what God is saying is ours, in order to receive what he has given us to receive, in order for us to give what we have inside of us to the people that need it. So I'm going to say one more time, you were meant to shine as children do. You were born to manifest the glory that God has within you. And it's not in some of us, it's in each and every one of us. Every one of us has a calling. Every one of us has a calling on our life. Many are called, few are chosen. Every one of us has a calling. We literally have to step inside of what God is calling us to do for us to be who God is calling us to be. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid that you won't fit in. Trust me, if you were chosen, you're not going to fit in anyways. Do not be afraid that you will lose people, you will lose support, you will lose friends. Your family won't get it. They may not be meant to get it. Those people may not be meant to actually get what God is calling you to actually do. Eventually, they'll jump on the bandwagon and they're going to say, you know what, I always knew you could do it. I always knew you were smart, I knew you just had this thing about you. And I always believed in you. No, you didn't. Stop lying. But I'm going to be real with you. Because you don't get the support that you think you should get, that does not mean that you should stop doing what you are doing. Do not stop because people don't support you. Certain people may never support you. For one, because they know who you are, like as a person. They're like, oh, I grew up with you. I know your mama and them, and your daddy and them. So I know you. And because they know you, they like, nah. But let other people that don't know you support you. And they see quite a few people and you getting a little buzz. Trust me, everybody fam when you popping. I said that a few years ago and I'm going to keep saying it because it's true. Everybody wants to get close to you when you become somebody. And that's perfectly fine if they didn't see the vision that God gave to you, because it was a vision that God gave to you. You just know who you can and can't be around. You just know who you can and can't bring with you. And that's perfectly fine. Trust me. When I say that God will give you back everything you lost or everything you think that you needed in order to get to where God is calling you to get, God is the only thing that you need. Trust me. You trust and have faith in him and walk the path that he is calling you to walk. Trust and believe me when I tell you this. God will bring the increase. He will literally bring you back everything that you lost. He will bring you he will be everything that you thought you needed from someone else. Trust me. Do not dim your light so others feel comfortable around you. Allow your light to shine so that other people will not be afraid to do the same. This has been your girl Mad Skills, and this is a small segment of the Spark Something podcast, and it's called Spotlight Saturdays. So I want to shed some light and give you hope, and I'm hoping that you find hope in this. God bless y'all. I love y'all, and we out. Your girl is gone. Peace.